from the 34. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find...
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry.
Turning it on! And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Got a man. It's Smith. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Peoples. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the back. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of...
There he goes! Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the...
Wide open spaces. The 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. He's in open space downfield. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Sayin. They'll run the screen. Fouls through the defense. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Peoples. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll send the back in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Lining up for the point after and the lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the... Plenty of distance between between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the third quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. On the move, it's Hughes. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Grab near the sticks. It's Hughes. He's loose. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Aggressive,
man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
And the point after is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The inside handoff. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
With the catch, it's Smith. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And listen, obviously,
Today, a game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Falcons will put total under to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The option look. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's the handoff.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on third down. On the option. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And, man, what an interesting call. Fourth and medium, and the offense says, run. They don't want to pass the football. They run the option. They get it to the pitch man. He catches it. But this defense does a really good job. You can tell they know where the sticks are, and they get the big turnover on downs.
He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, then those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts. The triple option because so much distance.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him, knocked coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Going over the top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the safety did a great job staying back in that cover 2 look. He's got basically that half of the field. He's reading the quarterback's eyes, and he knows where he's going with it. He was able to make a jump on the ball and end up picking it off.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run. That's exactly what you'd expect from this brave old Army team getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, they know who they are, they know what they want to do, and they're going to run the football at you early and often in this football game.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option.
Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Army!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Rushes on him. Gets it out fast. He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Latham. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little time. The throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Give to the big fullback. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Now he's going to break the pocket. Creates a little room. Quarterback gets past the marker. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. They'll run the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the catch. Across the 35. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. But starting to get things moving, it's first and 10. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Floating away. Throwing right. Makes a connection. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. They got the touchdown, but now they want the two to tie this baby up. Wants to go up top. He makes the grab for the two and ties the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Now on the option. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. 2 To the air. It's Coleman. A sweet feet keeping the play alive. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Black Knights! Once he got some room, it was over. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
Yeah, if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Second down coming up. Here comes the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Army! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Latham. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Johnson looking to throw. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Roberson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. They just keep firing. He's going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Calls his own number. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways.
Touchdown, Air Force! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like,
The comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Sends it back in motion. Handoff to the fullback. Oh, he's got a chance. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Strong safeties are guys you can spin down and a lot of times spend a lot of time in that box, which means he's going to be in the run fit. He's going to be making tackles consistently. And he comes up, tell you what, they talk about big on.
He's got it on the right. Finds a seam. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Black Knights.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going. Long pass is incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those, majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows, and a little bit of.
He's going for a big play downfield.
Football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eye.
Defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll immediately call timeout. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Off the play fake. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Makes the grab. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Black Knights will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Harris. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still
there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking to throw again. Unleashes to the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick six.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And the triple option sounds so great, right? I have so many options, but that quarterback has to read all those things and read them really, really fast. You could tell he was trying to make a decision. He kept stringing them out. He couldn't get any yards on the play. Look for the quarterback to maybe pitch the ball and make some decisions a little faster in the future.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Touch pass on the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll run the option. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Using his feet to buy time. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Ripping through the defense. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, he's doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Quick strike complete. And they get him down.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Johnson looking to throw. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Oh, those hurts. I mean, you got him backed up. You got him in a 4th down situation. You got the play initially stopped, but playing scrambling quarterbacks, you got to play the 2nd play and the 3rd play because they just keep running around, making things happen, and the QB does a great job on 4th down, getting in the end zone, making the big play.
The snap sets up the throw. Forced out of the pocket. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quarterback keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the 2nd half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolute shank. Missed it. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Off play action. Now rolling to the left. He'll try to do it himself. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. Skips away from pressure. Shoots it to the left. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Army!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touch...
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Line getting set on second down. Johnson looking to throw. Finds a tight end. Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Max got it. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Sticks it in his belly. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the back. The carry going off right tackle here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Under fire. Unloads it left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying trying to pick up a first down. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration out front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards of field position. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Martin. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the running back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Hudson. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Quarterback on the keeper. Can't get him to the ground. Well, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Not a chance. Missed it. After the miss, no change in the score.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread-and-butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Reads it, fires complete. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Now on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Back to pass, it's out. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself.
And it's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. Oh, what a caught! And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love screen passes on offense, and you got to do them in different ways. So the running backs, you can do them to receivers, do them to tight ends. Didn't gain any yards on that one, but don't be afraid to dial that play up again later.
Finds a man on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know, if you just put it anywhere near this guy with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. He did it right there.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He's got it on the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. From the gun on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Singleton. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Pretty good job on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Steps away to find some room. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
And I love what the quarterback did with his eyes there. Third down, you're throwing to hitch against zone. You've got to freeze defenders because they're all watching you. If you eyeball that throw, someone could...
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
It really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Moore to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here's a heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here's the offense on the third play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Singleton. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Dropping back, it's Allard. Caught over the middle, it's Singleton.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Wants to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Ross. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. You got to do something to change this.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
There he goes. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
And that's the extra feel you get with this team. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Moore will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Casper. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Here's the pressure. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Ducks decide to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Bring in the heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now the play fake. Under fire. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Lofts one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the...
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. To throw, it's out. Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
Yeah, so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past in Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Bryant. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Has to get there to move the sticks. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
Yeah, there's so much aggressiveness in college football, and I'm here for it. I want all of it. Nice job, 4th and short. I'm buying my club, and now first and goal inside the 5. I'm trying to get that touchdown. Forget those field goals.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And they pay off the drive with a touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the field, 98 yards. That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Allard. The short hands. It's Ross. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Reynolds. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action on first down. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. With the catch, it's Hudson. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hudson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. The play action fake. On the move to his left. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting that, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Gets the back moving. Moore to the air. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back into this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Rushes on him, and he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And the Ducks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. He gets enough for the 1st down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. Past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball.
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. The pressure gets to him. Down he goes, and that is just what the doctor ordered. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Moore will throw. Moving away from pressure. Got the first himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Looking to the big tight end. Rolls it in. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun. Big fella moving. Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed